Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to Curated by Chelsea. If you're new here, welcome back if you're not. Today, I'm just going to be ranting and rambling about Instagram. Honestly, that's what we're talking about today. And honestly, leave some comments and tell me what your experience with Instagram has been like, because mine started off really well, and I've always loved Instagram, but it's getting to a point where I think I'm gonna have to let it go as my main source of social media because it's just not doing it for me. I was there for like the beginning of Instagram when it was just a photo sharing app and the icon looked like this, and it was cool. It was a good time. It was basically Facebook but photos, and it was cool and fun. I definitely think Instagram hit a big boom in 2016 when I do believe they changed their logo. Whenever they added stories, I don't know what year they added stories, but that was also a big deal at the time because I do believe they were trying to be like Snapchat. Instagram was very cool and fun to be on. A lot of the celebrities are on there and doing their thing, and it was just a really cool place to be. And I definitely remember taking it a little bit more seriously in 2016. That's when I decided, I'm gonna really do this content creation thing and be serious about it. I was blogging and working at the same time, or I was just about to get my first big girl job around that time, and I was about to do it, and I was doing both. It worked back then and it was fun. Unless you were like at 10K followers, I don't think people were making that much money off of it like you can now. But I do remember that if you were at 10K followers, you were one of the big dogs and people really enjoyed it. I really want to talk about my decline. I'll say, I don't want to say Instagram's decline, but I have noticed that people are starting to leave Instagram more and more every day because it's just not user friendly or creator friendly, I'll say. It's just not working. But I'll get there. I want to talk about in 2020 first, just because I don't want to go all the way back to when I was in high school because I really wasn't using it like that. But I mentioned in 2016, I definitely saw it as a way to be a content creator and promote my blog and all that good stuff. And I also had a jewelry business. That was actually 2015, I believe. And I was promoting my stuff there too. Let's jump to 2020. In 2020, obviously we were all in a lockdown, or at least most of us were. And I was actually taking it seriously with my best friend. Like, let's go hard on Instagram and be influencers and post our fashion content. We would go out, take pictures, 3 to 5 outfits per shoot, and post on Instagram, and that is what we were doing. And as you know, in 2020 they also rolled out Reels because a lot of people were on TikTok, so they wanted to be TikTok so bad. Clearly, no shade, but like, it was just kind of, we don't need video here, the photos are doing so good. But I definitely got my most followers in 2020, and it wasn't a lot. It was only like 5. No, I did reach 600 at one point. It was like 602, and I could not break that. I kept plateauing at 602 followers on Instagram. And really all I wanted was 1,500. That's all I've ever wanted on there, because I always think that having about 1,000 people is a good amount to keep you afloat, get you paid, get you where you need to be. Like, it doesn't look sad like 600 does. And I just was never able to break on that. So once I realized that I'm doing literally all that I can, I'm posting 3 times a day, sometimes 2 times a day, because posting 3 times a day is exhausting, let me tell you. And this was every day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, by the way, and sometimes just the whole week, because I definitely tried different things. And on top of that, they rolled out Reels. So once Reels came, I think that was kind of the decline, at least my decline. And I was like, this is starting to be a lot. However, I actually really enjoyed the Reels. I love doing transition videos of outfits. So that was actually really fun for me. And I could do all that in the comfort of my own home. So I was just very much riding the Reel wave and just enjoying myself, but still trying to become a little bit of an influencer. And then pretty much once it got to June of 2020, anything past that, I'm not gonna bring up what happened, but we all know what happened. That's when social media was very weird to post on. And it was both TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all of it was just a very weird place to post on. There was a little bit of just, should I post, shouldn't I post? I don't know, it might be insensitive to post. And then by fall, I was still posting, but I definitely slowed down a lot. And I noticed like my followers started dwindling crazy. Like, my following went from 602 to like 567. It stayed at 567 for a long time. I remember that. And some of the people that I followed and made friends with, who have become my mutuals, still to this day follow me and we like each other's pictures. And so that's cool. So I did in a way build a bit of a community, but breaking past that number was hard. My best friend ended up getting 5K. She did a lot more than I did, and she was posting all the time, and she could not break past, I believe, 5,200. And I told her, I was like, you're at a really good number right now. I would take advantage of that and reach out to brands because you have a good amount. But she really wanted 10K. She was really stuck on getting 10K. And I get it, because Instagram be making you feel like you gotta be at 10,000 followers. And honestly, you really don't. But she did get some brand deals and worked with a handful of brands. So that was good. But she could not break past that number. And she deleted her Instagram after that. Like, she was just like, once she realized that she couldn't break past that number, she deleted her Instagram. And I was like, ah! And I was just like, no, you shouldn't delete it. Don't delete it. And she got rid of it. So I don't know if she still has it. She could still come back and be like, I'm back. She definitely got a really good following, I think, and could have definitely capitalized off of it. But I will say she was working a full-time job at the time as well. So it wasn't her main source of income or anything like that. So I think we both decided no longer to post anymore, but we did post from 2020 to 2021. 2021 was actually when I got my big boom on my blog, and I was like, oh my God. And I haven't had to post anything on my blog for the last 3 years because of one post that is just constantly driving traffic to my blog. And that's all I ever really want. But for real, evergreen content is that girl, and I just once you grind and that one post pretty much goes viral, does really well, it's really refreshing. You can just stop. You really can. I'm not gonna lie. But I did still want to keep going. But by 2021, I did burn out, and I stopped being consistent for a long time, from the end of 2021 pretty much until the end of last year. So end of 2023 is when I was like, let's really get back on this, for real, do it. I've changed my strategy a handful of times on Instagram, and then I also go back here on YouTube, and the growth here on YouTube has actually been so good. It's slow, but I don't mind a slow growth because it's really just not that bad. A slow growth is good to me. I'm not complaining. I enjoy it. I do want to reach certain numbers for sure, but it is not my main goal on here. I just like talking to y'all for real. But I've been talking for a while. I refilmed this, and my throat is like so dry right now. But I say all this to say that Instagram is clearly seeing a decline. I've been going really hard this past month, and I will say over the last 6 months, being inconsistent and consistent, obviously I see a difference in when you are being consistent, but I cannot give enough energy to Instagram anymore. I was posting about 4 to 5 times a week and stories every day for the last month. And it is surprisingly so difficult. It does seem like it could be very easy to like post that much, but it's not. I was trying my hardest. The way I would open the app, try to form a caption, and I'd just be like, nope. I couldn't even like open up ChatGPT to get me to write a caption. There was so much resistance from my actual mental and physically. I just could not pick up my phone and type up a caption sometimes. And I'd be like, whatever, I'll do it tomorrow. And I would put it off till tomorrow, I'll do it. And then the numbers would not be well. Back in 2020, you could be gone for 2-3 weeks, come back and get an even bigger following or engagement, I'll say. You would get so much more engagement even if you were gone for a while. And now you leave and Instagram puts you on like a blacklist or something. I don't know what goes on. But I was like, I've been working my booty off, posting these pretty carousels, posting these reels. Come to find out literally the other day, they say, oh, if you get low engagement on your videos, Instagram turns down the quality or lessens the quality. What? And I'm like, wow, to think like I do all this lighting and change my settings, put cool filters so that the quality looks good, sharpen my video and all that. And they just turn down the quality. And it does explain why some people's quality looks like crispy, so crispy, and mine be looking all dark, and I gotta turn up my brightness to see the video, and I'm all like, what in the world? And I'm thinking like, well, I should have just turned down the brightness and filmed dark. and just made that the aesthetic on here, because what do you mean you turn down the quality of the videos? What am I doing all this lighting for and trying to get good quality and stuff? Oh, that's so frustrating. So I was like, no, I can't even take it seriously anymore. And I will admit that I did the same thing with TikTok. I was like, TikTok is such an unserious place. I'm not posting quality content on TikTok. I know that sounds like really bad, but it's just kind of like, what is the point when the most viral, not even viral, I don't even want to go viral. That is not the goal here. But stuff that gets a lot of engagement is always controversial stuff on TikTok. And I'm just not willing to have controversial conversations or do rage bait type of posts. No, I'm not. I don't even like it when people say reasons why I'm not using a product, but you're clearly using the product. I'm not doing that either. That's so crazy to me. No, if I have to resort to negativity to get you to buy something, well, that's an issue in its own, buying something. But just to get you to watch, that is crazy to me. So no, I will not be participating in such trends. So I stay away from TikTok. When I go away and come back, my views are crazy on TikTok. But Instagram, let's see. My last reel has 41 views. And there's another video. Here's how I went from this. My brand deal video, 41 views. One of my shorter ones has 169. And these numbers, I'm not gonna lie, these numbers are actually pretty crazy for me, because there's videos I have that have thousands of views. There's one that, it didn't reach a million, that's crazy, but 16,000 views on a wash and go video. I did have one that was, no, 16,000 was my best one. 16,000 views on a video. Those are my numbers. And after I did the one that got 16,000 views, it was literally like 1K views again. And I was like, okay, that's not terrible, but the inconsistency is crazy. So I'm just like, I will say it's not necessarily about numbers for me, but I'm not gonna pretend like that doesn't matter to me or to brands. Like if I reach out to brands and I'm like, I'd love to promote this product for you, or I'd love to work with you, and they look at my numbers and they're like, you get 5 views on a reel sometimes, why would I work with you? I wouldn't be mad at them. So I can't really rely on Instagram as my main source. I still will post there, of course, but I'm just not gonna sit here and put all this work into a carousel where I actually draw. I've literally done carousels in Procreate and then imported them into Canva and then exported them out and uploaded them on Instagram to like make the carousel look very artistic, and it doesn't even get 2 likes on it. I'm not doing all that just for 2 likes. I'm sorry. I know some people will, but people still see it and they'll see it later, and I'm like, but will they? Especially because I can go on other platforms like TikTok. If I was a little bit more consistent on TikTok and cared to actually post more there, I think I could be okay. So I do post on Pinterest. I've always low-key posted on Pinterest, and I didn't even realize until recently, but I get about 6,000 monthly viewers on Pinterest. And I don't know when this happened. I also have 162 followers on there, but a lot of my stuff has like impressions on it, and I'm like, I didn't even know. And so I was like, I'm definitely gonna be posting on here more often, because I started like posting about elevated coziness on my Pinterest, just making pins in Canva, not even having them link back to stuff, and people are looking at it. And I feel freer. I feel way freer. And I was like, you know what? I've really lost my way, because like I said, I never really cared about numbers. But again, I'm not gonna pretend that doesn't matter, because it does matter. And I wish people would stop saying, oh, it doesn't matter. Like if there's 50 people in your room, that's a lot. But it's not a lot on social media in comparison. It's really not. And if you are someone who wants to grow and you want to have a community and you want to get your brand deals and start a Patreon, you kind of need those numbers, no? So I just think about it like that. But again, I say all this to say I'm not necessarily leaving Instagram. I'm still gonna use it. I just have to look more at it like a tool again, and not, oh my God. I have to look at it more as a tool again and not as my main source of traffic, because clearly that's not working. And I'm gonna go back to posting and ghosting, because at this point, even when I do engage with other people, it's just like, It's weird. I don't know. There's no, would I say reward? Reward sounds crazy, but like, there's just no reason now. And the funny thing is, if I go to my personal Instagram and post something, the way the views, the likes are crazy. And it's not even about anything. I could literally go in a selfie, instant 150 likes in like minutes. It's a little insane. Now, if I post a reel, it does rank really low, but don't let me post a story. Everybody's in the story. Everybody's like, oh my God, Chelsea posted. Oh my God, she's here. And it'll be like, filmed a video today. But I need to put my energy elsewhere is what I'm really trying to say, because Instagram just isn't it. I'd rather put it in YouTube. I do want to start posting on the community tab. I think that's what it's called, because people be on that apparently. And Pinterest, I have always loved Pinterest and I will be utilizing it. I am currently right now. I love that I can batch create. Actually, I don't have to show my face. I can repeat pins, but like change them around, of course, and get the same results that I used to get back in 2020 and even 2016 Instagram. It's funny how that works. So yeah, like I said, this video wasn't about anything except me ranting and rambling about Instagram. I made this video because I wanted to rant, but also I needed a video to post and I did not post. I did not film anything for this week, but I definitely wanted to get this off of my chest. So definitely find me on Pinterest. I am there. I always have my TikTok linked, but I really don't post that often, but I'll start posting there. I don't know what people want to see on TikTok. I know I'm not going to be negative on there. And I don't think I can talk about elevated coziness without being dragged through the mud. I know that sounds crazy, but like, people on TikTok are mean. They say people on Instagram Reels are mean, but people on TikTok are mean. And I'm just like, I'm just not willing to go through that. Why would I do that to myself? Find me on Pinterest and on Instagram. I'm going back to my fashion posts because my fashion posts be killing it. Here's some pictures I took earlier this week. And I love them. It captures cozy outfits. So this is what you're gonna see on my Instagram, along with the carousel, maybe once a week, because I really actually like doing the carousels and I can post them to Pinterest. So the yard work right now is getting on my nerves. So I'm closing this video out. Let me know in the comments what you wanna see next time, because I'm going to make a community poll because I need to do that anyway, and ask what you guys want to see. That'll actually probably already be up. So if you didn't see the community poll, it's up now. I want to see what y'all want me to talk about because I need some ideas. I'm running out of ideas and I don't want to ask AI all the time. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, if you like this video, hit that like button. And if you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.